first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now gone.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuebu now.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First down, here's White. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Trask.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Play action now. Trask. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 22,
Trask.
And his throw is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter. It won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
To throw is Trask. Otten brings it in over the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Fournette will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Goff.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Goff. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. He's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
The throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the 50, it's gone. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw caught by Olave. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Second down and 3.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. He will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Kamara up the middle.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is gone. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route run, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trask. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Trask now off the play fake.
Throw left side complete. That's Osborne.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff, Fournette running left.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved down in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And there he goes again.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Gone. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
From the gun, Trask.
And that is incomplete.
Fans do love to run the ball, and he already found his guy once. Trying to give him another chance there.
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, as you alluded to it. As in that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun. Here's Trask.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Taken down by Pete Warner.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Trask.
He completes it to Evans.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Trask now from the 50.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Trask to throw it.
And he completes this to Russell Gage. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Russell Gage, 52 yards.
And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Buccaneers 35, Saints 21.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done.
and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Goff.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Sean Murphy bunting got him down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Here's Goff.
He completes it to Olave.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Saints have come back with a score.
Right down the middle. And that'll kick the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Trask.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they go play action. Here's Trask. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, always succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Fournette running out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the third quarter. No time to panic. But it also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments, run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Trask now. It's caught. This is White. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Give them 18 on the play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Trask. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where he's sitting right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing it for a minute offense yet. But they need to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. To throw is Trask. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Again, this is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is gone. For Marshall, that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 24, Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Goff now looks to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Terrace Marshall with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. Exactly right.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Here's Trask.
And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Goff complete to Olave on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Got an open man, it's Olave. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. They will take the 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
He'll look to throw.
Complete right side to Otten.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding Otten once more.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Back to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Trask down to his final gasp here on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Scoring, and it still comes down to one possession game at the end. That's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6.
And they will be back home.
Yeah. Should I stop?